Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the part 2 of my cleaning series. I decided to do a full thorough clean throughout my house. So here you are with my office and living room. So over here we have this bookshelf. It has been broken. I have had this for over a decade and I was like, girl, we have got to get rid of this thing before the bottom of it gives and it falls on somebody or something. So here I am just cleaning it all off, and I figured if I'm going to get rid of this, I might as well take some of the pegs that are in this thing, because I don't know about y'all, but I lose the pegs in these bookshelves all the time. So I decided to take them all out, and I actually have a container full of like extra parts. Yes. A lot of things that you build in your home comes with extra screws and stuff. So I just put them all in a container. You talk to anybody else, they're always like, well, you're not supposed to have any parts left over, but you know, sometimes you do, and I keep them. So of course, in order for me to get this bookshelf out, I have got to remove this baby gate. Now it's funny, I have this baby gate to keep the cats out of the room. They can easily jump over it, but they don't. So it's a win-win for me. I keep the cats out, and when I need to keep the kids out, they know when a gate's closed and not to bother me. So here I am just kind of decluttering. I have this cubicle that's behind me that I really didn't have a lot of stuff on it, so I figured until I can get myself a white bookshelf that would look good in this room, I might as well use that area to kind of fill up until I get my white bookshelf. This room is nowhere near being done of what I want it to look like. I still got to get a rug. I want to get another door for that opening to kind of like quiet the room a little bit more. I've got panels I got to put up. I've got a lot of stuff to do, but you know, all this stuff costs money, so I'm kind of just working my way through it. And this black curtain that I have that I use as a backdrop, I use it to kind of cover up these Florida doors, or French, what are they, Florida doors? Florida doors? I think they're Florida doors or French doors. Anyways, I try to use them to cover up these doors because if my kids have friends over or if they get bored, they like to peek through this door. Whenever I'm doing my streaming, I always have to deal with them peeking through, making faces, and just, it's a real distraction. So I put this cover up over my door to kind of prevent that. And plus, I kind of like having my room kind of private whenever I am doing my recordings or my streams. It just makes things a lot easier. So as you can see, I'm just kind of moving everything away from the corners, and I will be moving this backdrop away from this door as well, just so that I can sweep and mop on one side of the room, and I work my way around. Now, I do it this way because I can't really take everything out of this room. I could take majority of the stuff out of the room, but that means I have to put it all back, and let's be honest, ain't nobody want to do all that. So as usual, here is Liam coming in to just see what I'm doing and being in the middle of things. He loves doing that. Don't worry guys, he didn't need anything. He just literally just wanted to see what I was doing, and because I was sweeping, I told him to go ahead and get on out of the room so that I could finish up what I'm doing on this side of the room. And because I have a bubble machine, which you'll see in a little bit later in this video, I constantly have to mop these floors because the bubble machine gets these floors so sticky that I just have to make sure that they stay clean. I'm very OCD about my floors and being clean and whatnot, so that's what I got going on. And of course, you cannot deep clean a room without moving every piece of furniture you have within this room. So I moved away my cubicles, and we're sweeping and mopping behind them real good. I usually don't sweep and mop the middle of the floor until I have everything else behind the items done, but now I am just dusting off all of my cubicles. Now that that is done, I'm going to move on over to my white desk. Now I know that y'all never see me use this desk in any of my videos, but actually this is where I record my budgeting videos, so the link will be down in the description below if you would like to check out that video, or any of those videos. I usually try to post those videos every single Saturday. There's a couple of times where I cannot post them until Monday. You know, sometimes you just don't feel like going to the bank, so that's what I got going on here. And that big black box that you just saw me put up, that's my bubble machine that I have, and I realized that I put every single thing on here without wiping it down. So I'm trying to hurry up and wipe everything down as I'm putting it up here, and then I can focus on the main portion of my desk. And because this is right below my bubble machine, this desk gets sticky too, so I'm also always wiping it off to make sure that I can remove any of the sticky residue that I have. And I always make sure that I wipe off my camera. I don't want to ruin this camera, but I really don't want to keep taking it off of the arm that I have here, because it really is a pain in the tail, if you know what I mean, trying to put it back on. So once I did all this, then I realized, oh crap, I really should move this out and sweep and mop behind it and get the blinds real good. So this is what you're seeing me doing now. And of course, you know, you can't really sweep until you move everything else out of the way. So that's also what I'm doing, is I'm just slowly moving things away from the wall so I can get behind it all, and that way I can do this section all at once. I am a weirdo that have to wipe down my paper shredder. I don't like dust. I don't like anything that looks like it's been, like, I don't know, dirty or dusty or anything. I'm very OCD about that stuff, so everything is getting wiped down to make sure that I don't have any dust on things. So now that I have all of that stuff done, I'm going to go ahead and put away some of the stuff that I just had kind of laying around. And of course, got to wipe off the printer. Realized I had a document on the printer that I don't need anybody to see, so I just left that on there for right now, and I can put it away later. But I'm just going to go ahead and wipe everything off and make sure that this is dust free. Like I said, guys, I don't like dust. It irritates my allergies like really bad. So I'm constantly dusting to make sure that I don't have this issue. And here we go with my prize and joy. Now, I'm obsessed with my gaming setup and my computer setup. So I do take a lot of pride in the way that it looks and if it stays clean and everything like that. So I'm very weird about how I clean it. I always try to clean from the wall out to the door, and I move things as I go. So I'm just kind of getting my blinds real good, making sure everything is good and clean on over here. I also am somebody who loves natural light, so the blinds usually stays open for me so I can see what's going on outside. I don't go outside much, so I try my best to at least have a window like where I can see out of, so I can always see what's going on outside. I'm somebody who always got to make sure the front and the back of my PC is completely good and not being dusty whatsoever. So that's why you saw me behind my PC setup, is because I was just trying to dust behind it real good. But here we are on the front side, and I am just trying to make sure that I get everything off. I really need to take this, I guess you would call it like a mouse pad. It's like an oversized mouse pad. I need to take it and soak it into some soapy water for a little bit and then, rinse it out real good. But I just haven't had time because it's not going to dry in time before I got to stream again. I stream on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, and it's not going to dry in time for me to get it back on my desk. So, but I do need to either buy me another one so I can kind of change them out every so often, or I just need to bite the bullet and wash it on like a Saturday night after stream, and then make sure it's back in there by Monday. I doubt it'll be ready by then, but I can always sit it out in the sun with the summers being the way they are right now. Here I am just kind of organizing it back, and if you'd like to check out any of my links, there they are in the bottom. And yes, I am dusting off my chair. I always keep this little paw print on my chair so I don't really know what's under it. And I do eat at the desk from time to time, so sometimes it gets food and crud on it. So here I am just putting everything back, and now it's time for me to sweep and mop the center of my room now that I've gotten everything around the border done. And here we are now in the living room, and I'm just kind of like cleaning everything up. I don't like pillows in my living room. I'm very weird about that. Nobody even uses them. They just kind of get thrown around and tossed around by the kids. So I went ahead and I put them up in my attic, and here I am just dusting the border of my room and getting this fan. I did not realize how dirty this fan was until I did this, and I actually show you at the very end like how nasty this fan was. Like, look at this. It's turning black. Like, I have not dusted this fan since we moved in because it's literally been on this entire time. And of course, the average person knows, like, if something's constantly moving, the odds of it being like really dusty is very slim. That's wrong, by the way. So here I'm just dusting off my fireplace now. I can't really do much with like wiping down the TV because of where it's at. I'm a very short person. I'm only 5'1", so trying to get up there to dust it is really hard. So here I am just cleaning off my blinds, and of course getting this side of those French doors. So one thing that I love/hate about myself is that I don't ever ask for help when it comes to moving things. I am somebody that will move everything by myself, furniture and all, and here I am just kind of vacuuming up anything that's behind it. This little vacuum, I paid like $100 for this vacuum off of Amazon, and it actually makes the carpet look really good, and it gets a lot of hair up, but it is a cheap vacuum, and I'm just like really surprised at how well it does with how much I paid for it. And here I am just kind of vacuuming this section, and I do the same thing in my living room as I do in my office. I work on section by section because I don't want to move anything out of the room to kind of like get everything behind it. So I just kind of go section by section until it is cleaned in that section. I am deep cleaning my carpets. I didn't realize how filthy my carpets were. In some spots you'll see me like wiggle my carpet cleaner, and that is because it has a bad stain, and I'm just kind of using the brushes in the front trying to wiggle it through, trying to get the suds into it so I can clean it up. And as you can see that my carpet cleaner needs to be replaced. It is blowing out bubbles. This is actually a hand-me-down carpet cleaner. I don't have any of the attachments for it per se. Like, I don't even have the hose for this so I can clean my couch and love seat. But it doesn't do pretty bad for just cleaning my carpets real good. I personally, we are actually going to be doing a bunch of different things in this room. We're going to be removing the carpet out of this room and putting up barn doors. My husband wants to replace the carpet, and I want to put in hardwood floors in here. But if we're going to put the doors up, we're not going to have as much of an issue with the carpet. However, I try to explain to my husband that the dog's got to come through the living room to go outside because there's no other door that leads to our backyard besides the ones in our living room. So I don't know. I'm still kind of working on him, trying to get where he understands that we probably need to go with hardwood floors over carpet just because of how dirty they're going to get from our doggos. But here I am just kind of putting everything back, and I decided to cover up my French doors with it because I don't want people thinking that they can go in and out of this door. So here I am now just cleaning off my sliding door. There's so many different types of doors in this house. This is what kind of gets me all over the place. But here I am cleaning up this sliding door real good, and it amazes me like how when you're at a different angle looking at it, how clean this glass looks. Like I really should have went on the outside and cleaned the outside of it, but we have like bees and stuff out there, and I am just I understand YouTube is all about having content and stuff, but seeing me flare around because I am terrified of bees is not the type of content that I want to put on the internet. So we did not do that. Now we're just moving I'm just moving our sofa, which this thing is so heavy because both sides it has a what do you call them, like not what is it, like a lazy boy, it has a footrest that pops up, so they're really heavy on both sides. And again, just vacuuming behind this. And then we're going to go ahead and use the carpet cleaner. And there's the wiggle I was telling y'all about. I like to use the wiggle because it's like, I don't know, to me it feels like it gets in there real good and tries to loosen up any kind of stuff that's stuck in the carpet, so that's why I do it. And I was working on a couple of spots over here. When I change my camera angle, you kind of see it in the carpet of where I was like focused in on at. So now you can really see it. It's pretty much out of the carpet, but I can still see it and it's bothering me. See there, right there, you can really see it. And I don't like that, so I try my best to just clean it up as much as I can and get it out of my carpet. But this carpet cleaner is not too bad. Like I said, I just wish that I had attachments to it so I can get my couch too. Here I am just wiping off my side tables so I can place them back. I didn't have enough room, so I had to move the couch over so it would fit right. And I'm wiping everything off that goes underneath of it to put it all back. Doing the same for the other side. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and vacuum up everything, and then I'm going to clean the carpet over here. Here we are just doing the very last bit of this room. If you're enjoying this video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I really enjoy y'all paying attention and hanging out with me. And it's just not over just yet, so make sure you stay tuned so I can bring you what this video was sponsored by. This video is sponsored by Yosonic with this wonderful 3-tier cart. I'm showing you 3 different ways that I use it. I can use it in my son's room to help him get ready for the day. We have his pull-ups and his wipes with some blankets on the bottom. As you can see, it does help keep everything organized. I also can use it for when we have movie nights, where I can put all the snacks and drinks on it so that everybody's not running to the kitchen. They have it all right here in the same room. And I love this idea so much because everything's in one little area. Zelda's like, what about me? But everything's in one little area, so it's so nice and convenient for when you're having these kind of times in your living room with your family. And you can also use it in your home office. And here I am, I'm showing you how I keep it right next to my desk. I can reach over, grab what I need out of it, and go back to work. I don't have to get up and go grab anything. And it comes with wheels, guys. This thing comes with wheels. I will have a link down in the description down below for you to capture yours. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.